Hello and welcome back. Today is November 9th. It is Thursday. It's about 1:45 p.m. I have to leave in about an hour and a half to do my weekly library visit. My daughter has her drama club every Thursday afternoon, and immediately right after I pick her up at school and we head to the library, and she attends her library program with her friends and classmates, and I sit down and tend to my weekly correspondence. I have lots of pen pals, so I take this time every Thursday afternoon to read whatever letters I didn't get to during the rest of the week and respond. And I've got my little packet all ready to go. One of my pen pals has a birthday coming up, so she'll be getting a birthday card from me that I just made today, actually. I made a few of these rainbow elephant birthday cards, just a small A2 size card, just for a couple of birthdays that I have upcoming. Nothing fancy. I was just playing with my Distress Oxide inks and thought that I would try to do a little color layering, and I liked the way that turned out, so I cut them down and turned them into little birthday cards. So I have that going on. So today I have a Dollar Tree haul. Leah and I went to the Dollar Tree the other night and grabbed some Christmassy stuff for Christmas Happy Meals and Winter Happy Meals. And I also have a small Lularoe haul to show off. I got a couple of orders. Why don't I do that first while I'm looking at it? This first one is a print. I previously mentioned I don't really care for a lot of Lularoe prints. This one, however, I thought was really fun. It's kind of a nice navy background with beautiful, just bright flowers on it. Not the right season as we're headed into winter here, but I just thought it was fun and bright and pretty, and something that I could definitely wear around the house. I have a lot of tops that are the yellow and the teal and the pink color that would go nice. I don't wear these out of the house usually, unless I'm just sitting in the car waiting for my daughter to get out of school or something. So I just try to find prints that I like. This came from a plus size only Facebook Lularoe group. This next pair is from my actual Lularoe dealer. This interesting sort of snowflake print, which I thought was, I actually like the colors, and it's not too bad. I don't go crazy with my holiday print Lularoes, because you don't wear them all year round. Or in my case, I do. I'm wearing my, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm wearing my Halloween ones today. So, but I'll probably put them away once these ones are all set and ready to go. I haven't actually washed these yet. They just came in, and these ones are all set, so I'll put those in my drawer. So this was kind of like the least disliked print. I actually happen to like this one a little bit, from the Christmas order that my Lularoe dealer, I'm sorry, I'm covered in glue. I'm trying to pick it off. This is my husband's, an old shirt of my husband's that I wear when I'm doing messy projects. I was working on a large glittering order earlier today, so I'm still wearing my dirty old shirts, and my nails need to be done, and I'm just a mess. So my Lularoe dealer got her Christmas order. So this came from that. This will likely be the only pair of Christmas or winter themed leggings that I picked out. Good enough for me. I'm actually going to set these aside. Just kind of a chatty video aside from my Dollar Tree haul. I have a Happy Meal going out. It's not going to go out tomorrow, Friday, because it's Veterans Day. And thank you to those of you that have served or are currently serving. I have lots of friends and family to show some love to this weekend. So the post offices are closed on Friday, so I'd like to go out on Saturday. This is my November scrap exchange for a buddy in one of my craft groups. And I pick up these canvas bags at my local Ocean State job lots. I think they're only $2 or $3, and they're the perfect size to hold a lot of scrappy stuff. So I have a lot of different paper scraps in there. I've got some washi scraps, sticker straps. I've got some stickles that I'm done using that I'm going to send to my buddy. Hopefully she can get some use out of them. Just colors that I've not used in years. Lots of paper in there. I think there's even, there's a stamp set in there. I'm not going to pull anything out. I won't. But I've got it pretty jam-packed, and possibly by the time I actually get this into an envelope and ship it on Saturday, I'll think of a few other small things that I can squeeze in there. But this is all set and ready to go. I don't do it every month because I don't really have time to focus on it every month, but in this craft group once a month there is a scrap swap. Basically, you send the any leftover scrap stuff or supplies that you have kicking around your workspace and that you're sick of looking at, and you send them to a friend. Hopefully that your scraps will help inspire them. Kind of like a one woman's trash is another woman's treasure kind of swap. So it's a lot of fun. Last month I got lots of post-it notes and stickers and cool stuff like that. So let me, I have been reading a lot about not being able to wash a stamp chamois, and I just wanted to point out that mine was after my oxide inking project that I did with the elephant birthday cards earlier today. My stamp chamois was not looking so hot, and I had read that they don't really wash or anything like that, but I decided to try it anyway. I put a couple of drops of just dish detergent on my chamois and under really hot water and just gave it a couple of really good scrubs against itself and squeeze, and a lot of ink came out into the sink, and I just kept doing that until the water ran clear. So this is the stain that's left over, but a lot of ink came out of that, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try to do that a little bit more regular. That was the first time I had ever tried to clean the stamp chamois, because I read that it's not, I mean, it'll obviously get stained, but it's not something that can be cleaned. But I think that it came out pretty well, I guess. Not going to look perfect, but got a lot of extra stuff out of there. And also, I wanted to show what's happening to my stuff. I'm trying to show my husband, and he doesn't understand what I'm talking about. Just my acrylic blocks and my Stamp Perfects are getting kind of getting dingy. And it's not dirty, it's clean. It's just getting dingy. And I was doing some research, and there's a product that you can buy. Oh gosh, I've lost Novus or something like that. Novus cleaner that will help clean this up. So I'm going to pick some up. I think from my next Simon Says stamp order, and I'll let you know how that turns out. But it's not dirty. I'm not worried about it staining my paper or fingers or any of my projects. It's just really dingy, and it's getting a little bit hard to use my grids and my lines because it's getting dingy. So I'm going to give that a shot. So I thought that I would just show that off really quick. Okay, so a couple of projects that I have going on right now. I did use those watercolor pencils, and I'll grab them really quick to show you. I had done a hauler haul a few days ago and ordered some watercolor colored pencils, and I had never used them before. So this was just a really inexpensive brand that I picked up, and I believe it was $6 or something. Here it is right here. So I did a couple projects just playing around with this. Again, I'm kind of a newbie with it. I don't really use colored pencils a lot anyway. I do like watercoloring, but I'm more of I like to do that trick where you heat emboss the image and then you just kind of fill in each section with the color and the water, and it kind of stays contained. That's kind of my preference, but I was playing around with these, and I think it turned out okay. I also, for the first time, used my Dick Blick Beginner's watercolor brushes. They're synthetic brushes, and I used the number 1, the smallest brush on these projects, and I liked the way that those turned out. I have no idea what a professional grade brush is, but I thought those were fine. I was feeling very Avery Ellie when I was working on this, so I pulled out some Avery L stamp sets. So I have this one here that I used the colored pencils with, and I went in and on all of these actually, I went in after and hit it with a bit of my Wink of Stella pen, and the Wink of Stella did reactivate some of the color, but it easily brushed off on a piece of paper towel, so there was no real contamination. So I did, this is my new stamp that I hauled not too long ago from Avery L, the Viking one. This one just cracks me up. I did have a problem with some of the color leaking out, and that's probably completely user error. That's me entirely. I am used to watercoloring, having the layer of the heat embossing, that not letting the water get out, and I'm just not very good at it. I did have an awful lot of fun using them though. I'm not really sure if I've got the coloring and the blending down yet, but I'll keep working at it. This is something, just a little fun thing for me, and not a skill that I'm going to try to sell in my Etsy shop or anything. And then there's this one, which I don't know what I did. It was fine when I set it aside to dry, but I must have done something to it because some of the color smudged. So, and I turned them all into cards already, and these are going to go right into my little bucket for my pen pals and happy mail friends. And if somebody loves you, they don't care about a small little flaw like that. I have a birthday coming up for my niece who's turning 10. She loves horses. I made her this cute little barn card, and in using the Cricut, and then I got my X-Acto knife and I sliced open the doors to make an interactive card and just a little horse on the inside. And I had to use the little Scotch tape to reinforce. So I made that for her, and I also made her a lollipop. And one side says 10, and the other side has a horse that I put on an action wobbler, which I think is hysterical. So this I'm gonna use I'll just slip this onto the outside of the package as her gift once it's wrapped as a decoration. I don't have a gift for her yet. Technically yesterday was her birthday, but her birthday party isn't until next weekend, so I'm definitely procrastinating on that. My daughter is just a little younger than she is, but they are completely different little girls with completely different interests. So it's been a little bit hard to try to think of something that my niece might enjoy. She's a little bit more picky than some of the children that I'm close to. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to get my niece yet. So I'll work on that, and maybe I'll have an update on that. Okay, so the last thing is my Dollar Tree haul. We went the other night. Kind of spur of the moment, just because. I think I spent $12 whole dollars or $13 or something like that. Let's see. Oh, I just got a flannel backed tablecloth. This is for our kitchen table. The only reason why we use these is because my daughter's cats are little jerks, and they scratch at the table, so just something to help protect the top of the table. It doesn't necessarily need to be quality. My daughter picked this out, this cute little headband. This will be for her for later in the year to wear to school. These are for me. I grabbed 2 packages of these glitter foam shapes. I wanted to try decorating them. And they don't have any adhesive on the back or anything, but I thought they were really cute. I wanted to try decorating them and using them as giant embellishments this year. A package of pencils, because I always have to have pencil. We go through a lot of pencils here. My daughter uses them for her homework, takes them to school. I use them for my sketches. Okay, so a little bit of a story time on this next item. Before I had my daughter, I was a pharmacy technician, actually a certified pharmacy technician, and I loved it. For the last couple of years of my job, though, I worked in a long-term care pharmacy, so this didn't really work so much for them, for that job, because I was just typing the prescriptions for that job and didn't really have anything to do with filling them. But for years before that, I worked in retail pharmacies, like chain pharmacies and stuff. And one of the ones that I worked for used baskets very similar to this, where the patient would come in and they would hand you the prescription, and you'd put the prescription in a basket, and it would get piled up with a bunch of other containers, and different color baskets meant, you know, how fast something needed to be done. Like if the patient was there waiting, you'd put it in a red basket, so that everybody knew that that was a priority and they get that one done as soon as possible. But you would keep the whole thing contained in a basket. So there'd be, the prescription would be in here, and then the label, once that was typed, would go in here, and then the pill bottles would go in here. Everything would be kept together, and then it would go along to the pharmacist, who would take everything out and inspect it, and then you'd put away the put-awayable stuff, and just the, you know, the actual medication and the receipt would go in here, and then the cashier could take it out to ring up the patient. Long thing. Anyway, so I'd often think about that when I'm working with different projects that I have going at once, especially different card projects and so on and so forth. So I often think of that basket system now, and thinking, wouldn't it be great if I had just kind of a small, I have a drawer that I'll keep all of my works in progress in, but I was thinking it might be a really great thing to have just different baskets. I could have different works in progress going and have everything all contained. So, for example, if I'm working on this card for my niece and this lollipop for my niece, I'd have those things in here, and say I needed, you know, this specific glue to work on it, and then that would go in here, and, you know, other stuff go in this basket. Okay, perfect. I have to set it aside to work on an order for a customer. So perfect, you know, now I need this, and, you know, this, and this, and, you know, and then I could kind of just keep all of the stuff that I needed together. So I'm going to give that a shot. I'm wondering if it would help kind of improve some of my organization, because like I said, I have a drawer system that I'll put all of my works in progress in, but they're kind of all in there together, and it gets a little bit crazy, especially this time of year. Where I have to do all of my regular stuff, plus I'm still working on those damn wedding invitations for my sister, which are just evil. I am, however, 17 completely done, so we only have 30-something more to go on that. Yeah, so I think that it would just be really helpful. So I grabbed these. Obviously, were just $1 a package. I thought I'd give it a shot, and worst case scenario, if it doesn't work out, these will make great drawer organizers, or I can start using them to put like my nail polish and makeup in the bathroom. Not a bad investment for that. So very long story short, that is the story of where that came from, and how I'm hoping that a job's past I can apply an organizational tactic to my current situation. I grabbed this pack of magnets because I thought they were adorable. Also, I'm still working on that snowman flip book, which is finally going to be shipped early next week. And these are snowman, so I thought of her, my friend, that it's going to. And also I thought I might take the scraps here, just the scraps of magnets, and I have an idea for a project with those scraps of those magnet scraps. So I thought that was a really nice deal. I can kind of use these magnets to decorate some of the Happy Mail, and she will get a magnet out of it. And I've completely destroyed that package trying to show it off. Whatever. I'm going to open it up anyway this weekend. There's no school tomorrow because of Veterans Day. So Leo will be home, and because there's no school and Leo will be home, I am not doing my shift at the clinic tomorrow. So I have 3 days to... Aside from being a mom, I have 3 days to craft. Okay. Also at the Dollar Tree, I grabbed another one of these pads of paper. This is for another Happy Mail friend, her initial. I grabbed these lollipops. I don't know if they'll be tasty or not. I have no idea. Again, I saw the snowmans, and I thought of the Happy Mail, the snowman themed Happy Mail that I'm working on. And also I thought that the leftovers would be nice just for other Happy Mails. And the last thing I grabbed was this pair of wire cutters. I'm still looking for something to use. These are made... It doesn't say. It doesn't say exactly what they're made for, but I'm still looking for something to use on my dies, and I figured for $1, I'd give it a shot. I don't happen to have any dies handy that need to be cut apart, do I? Oh, I do. I figured I'd give it a shot. What I have that were recommended to me, I don't like them at all. It's from the Bind It All kit, and I have these, and they look awfully similar. These I don't find have enough oomph to actually cut through anything. And they were quite a bit more expensive than these Dollar Tree wire cutters. My thought was if the Dollar Tree wire cutters didn't actually work, then whatever. They'll go into the toolbox and my husband will think that they've been there the whole time. I do not like trying to pry apart my dies. Let's see if this works. Oh, that's a little bit better than, not great, but a little bit better. So, well, maybe between the two of these pairs, I can cut some more dies. I don't have a ton of dies, but when I do get something like this landscape set, it's tricky to try to get them apart. And that's pretty much all that I have going on here. Yeah. I'm gonna go take a shower because I'm covered in glue and glitter and all those things. I'm probably gonna take a nice long hot shower because I still have about an hour, maybe a little less than an hour before I have to head out the door, and just try to relax a little bit. I just got an order that came in probably about 20 minutes before I started filming this. It's a physically large order. I have to make some large die cut shapes, so it's physically large, but it's pretty simple, but it will still take a few hours over the weekend. So I have to work on that and all of my various Happy Meals and so on and so forth that are going to go out. I do have a small order, a Blitzy order that I'm making tomorrow, and I think that's it. I think that's it I have for orders that I'll be making. I don't really have a... We have propane coming in like 2 weeks. Boo! So I don't really have the budget to play around and buy some fun stuff. I did just see, if you shop at Scrapbook Pal, I did just get their email, and they now have several more Avery Elle sets that they're going to be stocking. And I love my Avery Elle. And so I was so excited, but I refused to look at it. So maybe at the end of the month I'll look at it a little bit more. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to point out was I'm still working on those wedding invitations for my sister. I'm having a hard time using the Cuttlebug because that die is just, it's evil, and both of my shoulders are just crap, and I'm having such a hard time with it. So my husband had yesterday off, and he actually helped cut like 9 invitations. He actually weeded them and everything. I'm so proud of him. But he even agrees that it's too much work and it's too hard. So I caught him Googling electronic die cutters, and I know one of the ones that he was kind of looking at is a Big Shot. So I'm like, oh, that's such a great idea, honey. I think Christmas is right around the corner. So, but of course, knowing my husband, he's going to try to buy something secondhand, which is fine with me. So I think he's going to do some research first. And then try to find something secondhand. So I'm fine with that. I'm fine with all of that. I think that would be a really awesome gift, because I really would like to do more die cutting stuff. I love my Cricut, but I also like working with the dies and some of the intricate stuff that goes with the dies. So I would like to do more. Just I'm really limited with the Cuttlebug, and it hurts. It hurts to crank. Anyway, so that's pretty much all that I had to show off and to chit-chat about. I could probably chit-chat for hours because I can't seem to ever shut up, but I do need to get going if I'm gonna take that shower and get ready to head out. So thanks very much for watching, and I hope that you have a really great day and a really nice long holiday weekend, and I will probably see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.